Alright, what's up, y'all? It's Wednesday. We're back with another video today. Um, just to show you guys really quick. I'm not gonna scroll. I don't want you to see the account username, but I don't want to show you guys the username. But as you guys can see, first day on the funded was not well. We lost 515 P&L, and then you guys can see here, right, 515. The orders don't show yet, but oops. Right, we have the account balance. So that's okay. I took 2 trades today. It's no big deal losing, right? It's always part of trading. So you can't be, mad that you lost those trades. So there was one trade today that I know a lot of people posted about. You can see on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, all the reels and stuff, right? All the shorts on YouTube. It was actually this long in here. Let me zoom in a little more. We have this fair value gap in here, inversion of this gap, and then we have a retest of this gap as well. Before, again, you guys, I'm just going to zoom out, right? We just go up for the day and then we kind of consolidate within the range, right? So to begin the day, I actually had a bearish bias, so that's why I did not take that long. So I actually ended up losing. I took 2 shorts. Again, that's why I lost. I had the bearish bias. Then kind of just show you guys what I noted within the day. So we were not tapping into this daily fair value gap yet. Make it bigger so you guys can see. So we weren't tapping into this yet, so we haven't tapped into it, right? I wish we had replay on this, but we don't. But again, right, that was the draw for the real market, but my bias was short. And then we had, I just noted this low down here just because it was prominent on the daily. And then we go down to the 4-hour. So again, we did not come up and tag the daily fair value gap yet. And then we had this high right here on the 4-hour. This was one draw of liquidity. And then as you guys can see here, we got a couple equal highs in here. We'll note, I always like to note the shorter one, so we'll note that one, but you could also note this one in here as well, or you can put this one that's just below it. And then we had more draws up here for buy side, right? If it's close like this, I'll just do the higher one. And then we also have this one right up here for buy side as well. So those were the draws on buy side. Sell side, we had this, and just overall on the day, I didn't really expect it to go up into the daily fair value gap. I thought we were gonna leave it, take these lows, and then go up and tag it. But as you guys can see, we actually went up and tagged it today. So there was that on the daily and the 4-hour. And then we moved down to the hourly. What do you guys notice? We have fair value gaps, right? There was also an inversion of a fair value gap that I noticed. It was, let me take those out so you guys can see. So this fair value gap in here on the hourly, I'll zoom in a little more. This fair value gap in here we also swept these highs, right? So we swept these highs. Again, I should have noted this one in here, but we had swept these 2 highs here, the relative equal highs, inversion of this hourly gap. And then I'm pretty sure we had inversions of the 15-minute gap as well. Yes, we did. So these were the 15-minute gaps that I noted, same as the hourly. And then, as you guys can see, we inversed it. So that was kind of my reasoning for my bias short, and as well as we just been on a trend down. So, but then we go to the hourly. Just for the longs, as you guys notice in here, we have this little baby fair value gap. We also have this, not necessarily an order block, right? This one could be an order block in here. But we have this fair value gap in here, fair value gap in here, which we actually came down. We tagged before we made that move up. And then, I know I went quick, but I mean, there's not much to explain today. Then again, 15-minute, right? We have this 15-minute gap in here, inversion of the 15-minute gap, right? I was expecting it to inverse with this candle here at 8:30. That would have kind of switched my bias, but then as you guys can see, it was at 8:45, this huge candle. We actually inversed it, and then you guys can see we ran up and took some buy side up there. Then we go up to the 5-minute. Let's see what we notice on the 5-minute. Yep, same thing here on the 5-minute, right? Inversion of these gaps for that move up, and then you can also oh my god, I can't even speak today. You can mark out these inversions as well as this market structure shift on this high, and then this breaker structure on this high as well. So there's that. Liquidity was swept, right? We have this little liquidity that was swept in here. We left the equal lows, or we made a couple equal lows down here, and then we left this sell side liquidity down here. So that was my draw on liquidity, just those sell side lower before we made that move up. But you know, you can't always be right with the daily bias. So yeah, not too upset here. There's always losing days in trading, right? So it's, if you make it seem worse than it is, it's just gonna actually make things worse. So I'm trying to just take it to the chin, right? We always have tomorrow, and we still have the account, so it's not a bad day. And then I also noted we had a bearish SMT on the hour. I'm pretty sure it's gone by now, but at market open we had a bearish SMT on the hourly time frame. So if you guys have market replay, you guys can go try and find that on the hourly. And then we're going down to the 1 minute. Same thing here, right? We just took these little liquidity spots in here. Market was kind of chopping in the morning, so it was like, all right, whatever, we're gonna wait to see what happens. Then again, the long in here, you could have the inversions of the gaps, and then he had this first presented gap that actually got inversed and then retested before we made the move up, right? And then you could have targeted first liquidity there. You could also targeted this high here, but right, that's only 30 ticks, right? So you could have targeted this one, and then we didn't target any of the other ones higher. So, but here for the shorts, I actually took the shorts in here. Let's see. Yeah, I took this short in here. I noticed that we swept liquidity in here, and then we were tapping these 1 minute gaps in here. And then on the 30-second as well, I'm pretty sure we had an inversion on the 30-second. Yeah, we had inversion on the 30-second, so I entered there, and then as you guys can see, straight to stop loss. So that first trade there was okay. Not too mad about that one. And then we go down to the 1 minute. Same thing here, right? I just thought it was a little bit of manipulation just to take out these orders, or the stop losses, right? And then we had this down move, creation of this fair value gap. We had this tap into the fair value gap right here with this candle here. My entry again was right at the beginning of the fair value gap. Went down, we were in profits for a little bit, and then we actually ended up getting stopped out here on the trade. Yeah, before I made this move up, right? So overall, right, this first trade, it was okay. I mean, both trades were okay. Maybe B minus setup, right? The thing I could have waited for more confirmation was the breaker structure. Didn't really wait for the breaker structure, which I should have waited for, but I just try to get in the trade early before we take the lows, and I could have a tight stop loss, right? But we ended up getting stopped, which is not a big deal. So then again, we have tomorrow. Might make a video tomorrow again. We'll just see how the day is. If it's a really good day, we'll make a video. If not, we'll save it for Friday, and just we'll recap on Friday and what we did on Thursday. And then a little plug here. Well, it's not loading for me, but well, you guys can see here with my tabs, I have a trading Discord. We post educational videos on there, trade recaps. So it's kind of like a journal of my trades, essentially. We live stream on there as well. We're going live on Friday. So if you guys are interested in that, you want to kind of step up your trading game, along with all the other Discords, you guys can join mine as well. And then it's totally free too, so be more welcome to join. We're trying to get, a big community growing. So, but that's it for today. I hope you guys took this long. If you did, good job, well done. If not, right, that's okay. We always have tomorrow. So again, right, so I don't know where I'm going with this. I can't even move my tab down. Okay, whatever. Okay, so yeah, we'll see you guys maybe tomorrow. If you guys join the Discord, you guys will see the trade recap and all that other stuff. Live stream on Friday, if you guys want to join that. And then yeah, other than that, I'll see you guys for sure Friday, and peace.